Hi everyone, my name is Britt Bishop and I'm a hairstylist in Clearwater, Florida. Today, as per request, I'm making a video on how I do my everyday makeup, although I have no business telling anyone how to do their makeup. So to get started, I want to show you the importance of washing and moisturizing your skin. It's very important to maintain healthy skin, and it creates a perfect canvas for your makeup. Another thing that's super important is brushing your teeth before you do your makeup. That way you're not getting lipstick all over your toothbrush. So we're going to get started using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And what I do is I apply it to my hand first. This allows the product to warm up a bit, so that way it spreads nice and evenly, and it prevents contamination. Rather than putting it directly on your eyelid, now that I've done that, I can use it on my friends if I need to. This method of applying eyeliner is called tight lining. I do that first so that way I'm not touching my eyeshadow too much later, because the way I have to hold it's very tight. Today I'm using the Naked Heat palette, which I managed to break the top of it off because I can't have nice things, but that's okay. We're going to apply the color Ounce all over, followed by He Devil, which I'm using with a brush that's a little stiff on the end, and I'm going to pat that onto the outer corner. And then with the fluffier brush, I'm going to apply the color Lumber. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blend that, mix it with the He Devil color, and work from the outside of my eye going inward, right above the crease. I'm going to go back and forth in a sweeping rainbow motion until my eyeshadow is blended. Once you've mastered that, then you can go super fast on the other eye like this. I'm just kidding, I sped it up. Next, I got the color Cayenne and applied it to a really fluffy brush, and I go in a blending motion all the way up into my eyebrow. With a brush that's flat on one side and fluffy on the other, I'm going to apply the color Ashes. It's the darkest color on the palette. And on the corner of my eye, I basically draw a line with the flatter part of the brush. And then without applying any other colors to the fluffy side, I'm going to go in a sweeping motion again, bringing the color from the outside, going inward, and going back and forth. You can see there's a bit of a gradient with it being darker on the outer corner and lighter on the inner corner. Once I'm happy with how blended that is, I'm going to grab my fluffy brush that I used Cayenne on and just go back and forth to do a little extra blending. Now I'm going to use a liquid concealer from Smashbox, and I'm going to apply it to my hand just like I did with the primer. The reason I'm doing this is for the same reason, to heat up the product so that way I can apply it nice and even and smooth. With the Urban Decay fingertip brush, I'm going to apply the foundation to my eyelid at the bottom where I want it to be the lightest. This is going to give me a foundation for putting a lighter eyeshadow color on there. Here I'm going to use the color Ounce again, and I'm going to pat it on the concealer while it's still wet. You want to pat it, and you don't want to blend. For my eyebrows, because they're already thick and I don't have to fill in a whole lot, I draw a line up in the front corner and then I brush the color up. And then I use the Anastasia pomade here and I brush it up with the spoolie. I like this a lot better than their original pomade just because I personally was not able to get a nice looking brow from it. But that was definitely a user error and not the product. I love how this seems to just magically paint on a beautiful eyebrow. Look at it. Eyebrows are super important. Like, I'm just really big into making sure that they always look good, and yeah, I'm obsessed with this product. I love it.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why. Yeah, I decided to leave that in because why not? So the reason I haven't applied any mascara or a brow gel yet is because I use Bare Minerals as my foundation. So getting started, this is the Bare Minerals primer first, and then I use the Bare Minerals matte. I prefer their matte foundation because it doesn't have the bismuth oxide, which my skin is very sensitive to. If you have acne-prone skin, I would definitely recommend using this one over the original formula. To apply it, you have to go in this circular buffing motion, and you can't just put it on willy-nilly like another powder foundation. Once that's done, I'm going to pull out my Afterglow Sin palette from Urban Decay. And for the contour, I'm going to use the color Paranoid. For my blush, I'm using Score, and for the highlight, we're using Sin. So starting with the special brush, we're going to add the contour. See how my face is and I look like a weird fish? I do that first and I tap it on right where it's making that line. Because I'm a little bit alternative, I guess, I like to add a lot more concealer than I probably should. And I blend that with a foundation brush. And then I'm going to add some baking powder from Revolution. I apply that on top of where I just put the contour and right underneath as well, as seen on RuPaul's Drag Race. Next comes blush. I'm going to apply it to the apples of my cheeks, just like the lady at the makeup counter told me to when I was 11. And I go up a little bit higher than I probably should. I like to go up right above my eyebrow, just because I like the way that looks. And then I apply my highlighter. I just do it on top like that, just a little bit. I'm not a big fan of the making my whole nose shiny look. It's just not for me. We're going to use the Urban Decay spray, keep that makeup locked in there. And now we're going to use our brow gel. Of course, I'm using Anastasia again. And we're just going to lock those brows on there. Can't go anywhere now. Now before putting mascara on, I'm going to use my eyelash curler just to get all my eyelashes going the same direction. And look at this mascara. It looks like a round brush, and as a hairstylist, I am obsessed. It just looks so cute. So what I do is I apply a little bit to the top of the lash, and then I go underneath like a normal person. And see how I am holding my eyelid a bit? I do this because it pulls my lashes up front a little bit, and I am a lot less likely to hit my eyelid with the mascara wand. I've noticed also when I do this, it doesn't make me open my mouth all weird. So that's a cool trick. Alright, so for lips, I'm going to put on the Berry Lip Fix from Skin Iceland first. It's just a nice lip treatment. It's great if you get dry lips or are a biter like I am. And then I'm going to apply a lipstick called Insolent Plum from Estee Lauder. I like that it's a nice berry color. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear what you think in the comments below. And I will also be posting a part 2, which would be my hairstyle from the same look.